Foreign Minister Hayashi's regular press conference. Minister, the floor is yours. One thing I would like to share with you today. Today we decided to extend a total $14.3 million support as an additional humanitarian aid for the earthquake damages in Syria, as well as a total of $5.5 million emergency grant cooperation for refugees and returnees in countries around Sudan and refugees in the Great Lakes. That is $5.5 million aid. Now, regarding Syria, they were hit by an earthquake in February. A large number of affected people continue to need support in the areas of daily necessities, food, water, sanitation, health, and medical care. Through international organizations, we will extend total $14.3 million support. Regarding countries around Sudan, April this year, between the Sudan National Military and the Rapid Support Forces, the conflict occurred. Egypt, Chad, and South Sudan, a great number of refugees and returnees are evacuating. Given that, through international organizations, we extend support in shelter, daily necessities, in food, worth $3.5 million support. For support within Sudan, we'll study it, looking at the situation.
Regarding the Great Lakes region, since February of last year, armed group activities have increased in the eastern part of Democratic Republic of Congo, and there is rising concern over the humanitarian situation. There has also been a significant increase in refugees flowing into Uganda, Rwanda, and Tanzania. In light of this situation, through international organizations, we will provide $2 million of support for healthcare, nutrition, water, sanitation, shelter, and other necessities. These are support for Africa in line with the support of the stability of Africa that I announced in TICAD 8 that I joined as a special envoy of the Prime Minister last year. The Japanese government will continue to provide support to the local community. We will be taking questions. Please state your name and affiliation after you have been named. Azuhari-san, どうぞ.
Thank you, Mr. Azhari, Panoramic News, Arab News Japan. My question is about Syria. The Arab League invited Syria again to join the Arab League after about 11 years of being out of it. So is that going to have an impact on Japan to reopen its embassy in Syria? And how do you describe the relations between both countries? Thank you.
Hi.
May 7th, the foreign ministerial meeting of Arab League was held. Since 2011, Syria was disqualified as a member, but there was a resolution for them to go back to the League. I'm aware of that, and regarding this movement for the political process in Syria and improvement of the humanitarian situation and other issues, we will continue to look at the situation. As for the reopening of the work in the Damascus in embassy at the moment, we don't have such a plan. Higuchi-san from Chugoku newspaper, Chugoku Shimbun. Higuchi from Chugoku newspaper. About the Hiroshima summit in 3 days, it will be held on the first day, Peace Memorial Park. I understand there is a coordination going on that there's going to be a visit of the top leaders by Prime Minister Kishida. Regarding the actual timing and the route, what is the current coordination status?
Regarding G7 Hiroshima Summit, I will not be able to go into the details regarding the specific itinerary as well as the outcome document format, since we are still making the last-minute coordination. However, we will do our utmost to convey the reality of atomic bombings, as this is the start of all efforts around nuclear disarmament. And with this in mind, we will consider the itinerary of the full summit to make it as meaningful as possible. Asahi newspaper, Uechi-san, please. This is Uechi of Asahi newspaper. I would like to ask about the LGBT Understanding Promotion Bill. The LDP has made revisions to the original document, changing wording for unfair discrimination and gender identity, and plan to submit before the summit. Do you think that this is sufficient as a G7 chair from international perspective? And it seems that various messages have been received from various embassies around the world in Japan. Can you share the details with us?
About this bill on LGBT Understanding Promotion Bill, as a bill initiated by legislators, discussion is ongoing, as I'm aware of, and there is ongoing preparation for the submission. As Prime Minister mentioned, as the government, we would like to keep monitoring the situation. I would like to refrain from disclosing our exchanges with various countries. Having said that, towards the realization of a society where the diversity is respected, all the people's human rights and the dignity are valued so that they can enjoy fulfilling lives, we will continue to listen to the voices of the people, and we would like to work firmly on this. Kyodo Tsushin Katsurada-san, please. In relation to this, Katsurada from Kyodo Tsushin, for the LGBT, there was a video message communication from the U.S. ambassador and the LDP the member in the Twitter. If the U.S. wants to exert influence, then he said was to the effect he will take some actions. But regarding the actions by the ambassador, do you think that's the interference in the national politics?
Well, 15 ambassadors or embassies have sent a video message on the 12th, including the U.S. Embassy. I will refrain from commenting on each of these messages. Having said that, the Japanese government will do our utmost to realize a society where diversity is respected and every one of human rights and dignity is respected and everyone can live vibrant lives. We will continue to work towards such a society. This concludes the press conference. Thank you very much.